Welcome back, everybody, to the Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door playthrough. This is part 2! And we're still here in Rogueport, and Gus is now berating us because, unfortunately, all video game heroes do that kind of stuff, like beat people up, and violence totally solves everything. I mean, he totally didn't threaten to fight me first or anything, but hey, you know, whatever. Violence in video games. You know, I can't believe that they would let such an awful level of violence occur in such a family-friendly game like this. Anyway, so somebody in the previous part in the comments flipped out because the guy that robbed me of half my coins ran away and then I didn't immediately go follow him. But I was going to do it in just a moment after I, was finished with Gus. So there's the bandit that stole my money, and he's a pretty nice guy, so he decided to just give it back. So yeah, a pretty random, weird-ish time skip there, because I got confused trying to search for something, which I will locate in just a bit in the later part of this video. But first, we're going to find Professor Frankly, who's conveniently right here. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Him and his big, crazy-looking glasses. That's such a staple sort of thing, like for nerdy characters in Japanese media. Don't know how that started, but I guess the idea is that they're like really thick glasses, so it's like I guess they would look spirally from the outside or something. I don't know. It's not. Yeah, he's trying to figure out or remember her name. I would have loved it if one of the names that he thought of was Goombaria. Now that would have been a fun reference. And conveniently enough, he does actually remember her. Junior at University of Goom. I love how their mascot, their school mascot, is a Goomba. Amazing. Alright. So yeah, so now he gives Goombella a little praise and then doesn't quite recognize Mario right off the bat. Probably because they never met, but you know. What? What's hip right now? Okay. Anyway. You know, I was actually thinking of something, like, while I was looking at just the quality of the animation in this game, and I was like, the first thing that comes to mind when I see this kind of, like, this fluid, moving animation is Flash. So, I was wondering if this game was perhaps created with Flash. I don't actually know. Yeah, it doesn't actually say here. By here, I mean the Wikipedia article that I just so happen to have open, because, I read Wikipedia information. And, just in case that comes up, it's right there. But, I mean, I just searched for Flash. I don't see any development section on this article, but, I don't know, it might have been Flash. Alright, so, they're talking about stuff, and the treasure, and the map, and the crystal stars. Oh my. I knew I was gonna stumble and say the crystal scar. Too much League of Legends. Super elderly people. Wow. If you want to go find the treasure, you must first collect the 7 crystal stars? Well, I guess we got some star collecting to do. That's a brand new concept in Mario games. I've never seen that before, but I'm glad that they decided to break it out for this cool game. Then it'll show you where to find the crystal stars. Stars! See, I'm doing Starget! Alright? Jeez. I like how conveniently the critical piece of the puzzle is the thing that Mario just how happens to have. Hey. I'm sorry, what now? Oofala? No, don't give it to him. He's gonna steal it. He's a Goomba. He's a bad guy. The one and only magical map. Oh, okay, well, thank you. All this praise for a guy that he doesn't even know. That's actually really interesting. That's just like, I can't fathom that in my mind, that there would be any character or any living thing in the mushroom world, the world that Mario lives in, that doesn't know who Mario is. It's just weird, like if at the very least they all know who Princess Peach is, they should know who Mario is. you know, that red plumber guy that always saves her. Whatever. Alright. I like how it's like super convenient, like there's a fence there, it just like drops off of like the page, I guess. Just like, hey, here's a pipe, we can go down here and check it out. Also, a little bit of a time skippery there because I went to go save really quick and came back. And, so yeah, I decided to go with this little, tutorial thing that he's going to give us here with a practice session with Goombella as the practice opponent. And the reason for that is, I guess, if there's anybody out there watching that's not familiar with the series or this game in particular, and would like to know exactly how things work in terms of battles. And also, there was another thing that I wanted to learn about. Specifically, people were telling me this in the previous video, the Super Guard, which of course was not in the first Paper Mario game, but is here. So I was really not aware of its existence. So yeah, so first he tells us about the simple action command, you know, the timing and stuff. Just before you hit somebody, and just before somebody hits you, and you just press A very quickly, and then you do more damage and take less damage, respectively. But yeah, tapping A repeatedly won't work. You have to time it carefully. Stay on your toes. A hammer action command. I was just like, oh, whoops. I was just like, when are we gonna learn about the thing that I'm not familiar with? It's just like, here's this stuff that I was already doing in the previous video, and then, yeah. Another rousing action command, success. I think so. Here we go, I think. Okay, yeah, this is it. Alright. So when Goombella goes to attack this time, instead of pressing A, we're going to press B just before the attack lands. And not only do we block the damage, but we counter with some as well. That's a Super Guard. Alright. Yeah, like I said, I was completely unaware of that thing's existence. You know, as I said in the previous video, I've never played this game before. So I never really looked up into, you know, the controls and stuff. Nope, I got it. Oh, thank you. Alright. Oh, also, you know, one thing that I also forgot to mention, and I was noticing it as I was doing the commentary for this video, I added a couple of little, just little tiny black bars on the sides of the video, you know, just kind of separated from the background image. I think it looks better that way. Anyway, so before we go down into that pipe into the sewers, we're going to do a little bit of star piece collecting, which is something that I absolutely did not do in the previous game. And there's 4, I think. Was it 4? Yeah, there's 4 here in Rogueport that I can get right now. Here's the first one, in a very sneaky place, right behind this roof. Then as we drop down that roof, now I get to find the thing that I said I couldn't find earlier outside of the bandit's house. Yeah, I took about several minutes trying to find the star piece that was here, that the walkthrough kind of told me about but didn't specify, and it was right there. Yeah, I think the walkthrough just said, like, look around and you might find a star piece. I was just like, okay, so I just kind of looked around almost every inch of that guy's house, except for behind the mattress. Couldn't find it. Then I started going outside and, like, hitting things with a hammer. You know, like, just in case there was, like, a flip panel underneath the ground or whatever. Because I'm familiar with those in the previous game. But, yeah, no, couldn't find it. So I spent, like, several minutes trying to find it, couldn't, and then I just said forget it. And now I was able to here. So, yeah, this next one is a sneaky optical illusion. Unless you actually walk into that wall, you would never know that there's sort of, like, a gap there that you can walk through. Don't know what this guy's deal is with the green skin. He looks extra eerie. I don't want to deal with him. But it told me that there was like some boxes that you had to jump off to find the star piece. I thought it was those. Turns out it was the ones down that alleyway. I like how Professor Frankly is just kind of hanging out with us during this. And he has no problems with it. He's just like, hey, I get to get out of the house and hang out with people for a little while. I like this. Alright, so down the pipe we finally go into the sewers. I wonder if we'll find any croissants down here. Ha ha ha! Alright, gonna save the game really quick. Do not touch the memory card in slot A. That would be pretty unlikely for me to do that, considering I'm playing this on an emulator. But that would be pretty amazing if I could. So yeah, we're just gonna go in this room really quickly. I don't know what that blue guy's for. I'm not gonna deal with him yet, because I can't quite get there. But, gonna get that star piece, and then as we go down these stairs, now we've got these jerks. Look at this, a Goomba, a Paragoomba, and a Spiked Goomba. And they're totally not hitting on Goombella. Guys, totally barfing. She's, what did Lord Crump call her? A sassy little lass? Nobody zings us like that. Oh, man. Whoa. These guys are using all the hip lingo that all the kids are using nowadays. But yeah, so I was really confused when we got into this battle by the fact that one of the guys, or the Paragoomba, has like a badge, and the Spike Goomba has a mushroom. So it's just like, how do I get those off of him? Walkthrough didn't mention anything about it, so I guess that it wasn't really possible. I don't know, maybe not now? Perhaps like sometime later or something? But yeah, it's just like, you know, there's free stuff and I want it. But I couldn't. Anyway, so yeah, Professor Franklin's just telling us a whole bunch of stuff. Though it is nice to know that you can switch between Mario or Goombella. Of course, you know, only one can attack. They can only attack once per turn, no matter who you attack with first. I'm familiar with that too. But, oh yeah, and then I made like a mistake here. Yeah. I think I was, I should have actually attacked the Spike Goomba first and gotten him out of the way so that Goombella can actually attack. Then I made an additional mistake here by attacking the regular Goomba instead of the Spike Goomba yet again. So Goombella now can't hit him. So, I'm gonna do the next best thing, which is Tattle. Nice! I do like that now that you have to use that sort of, I guess it's like sort of a timing thing with Tattle as opposed to it just like going off. So it's just like, you know, it's just an extra layer of involvement with one of Goombella's skills. So yeah, I tried to super guard the Spike Goomba attack. I don't know if you actually can do that with a Spike Goomba, because I don't know how Mario would like counter hit that guy, because he's coming down with a spike. So if Mario jumped up to hit him, he'd still get hit. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible or if I just didn't time it correctly. So anyway, that was actually a mini-boss, believe it or not. Probably the most easiest mini-boss in the game, you know? I'm just gonna assume that now. But yeah, now he tells us also about the first strike capabilities that we have. If you hit enemies in the field, you will do a first strike where you get free damage in. And also enemies can first strike you too if they have like some sort of field attack thing that would hurt you. Don't know what happened there, but they just kind of all leapt off and then magically jumped back in when I got in the pipe. Also, yeah, I was a little interested, or a little intrigued, I guess, by the fact that Mario has like a, you know, a tired animation, like when he's low on health in the field. Also, I love what they did with the first strike in this game. The fact that when you get the first strike, you don't just do like, you know, just a random jump or like a random like hammer hit for 1 damage like you would in Paper Mario 64. You actually get to use the action command for your first strike, which, in the case of the Goomba and this Paragoomba, gets me an instant win, which is very nice. So I don't have to edit the video as much, and that's very nice for me as well. But yeah, I love that so much because I mean, aside from the fact that, well, like I said, I have less video editing to do, it's just like, I don't know, it just makes the battles so much quicker and simpler. So I like that. Now we're gonna get some free stuff. Oh, yeah, you're not tricking me. I see the spike on your head, so I'm gonna bop you with my hammer. Charge that thing up. Boom, 2 damage, and he's insta-gone. Yeah, you know, it reminds me of Paper Mario 64. I used to do that when I would get into battles with enemies that I already, you know, beat before. And then I would just kind of cut out the actual battle and then just like skip to the end when you get the star points. So now I don't have to do that. It just kind of happens automatically. As long as I can time it, you know. But that's pretty cool. So getting some health back as well. You know, I didn't even need to heal. Oh, what the heck was that thing? I didn't even need to heal. I just got like hearts off of the guys that I beat. Now this is a brand new enemy for me. This is what was it called? Spin something? Let me see. Spinia. That was it. I was really confused about how this enemy worked. It looked like it was some sort of spinny spring. So I hit it with the hammer first because I thought maybe if I jumped on it, I don't know, it wouldn't take any damage and I'd just like spring off of it or something. Oh my. Yeah, my timing's really on point here. Oh, two guys. Gotta deal with two Spinias. That's not too bad. Take out one immediately. And then we just deal with the other one. Now these guys have 3 HP, which is unfortunate, so I can't like insta-kill them. And yeah, it really didn't. Oh! It really didn't matter that I didn't time it correctly with Goombella's head bonk there. Yeah, like I said, my timing is super on point. That's genuinely the first time I've ever seen that guy's attack, and I blocked it. I guess the timing of the attack, the way that they made it so that like it's in a way that you can block it pretty easily. Because, you know, you just kind of see him spin up, and then he just kind of shoots at you, and your first reaction is, oh god, press A quickly, because he's shooting at me like a bullet. Also, found a free stuff, a hidden free stuff there. The lucky something, feeling lucky badge. And, yeah, with that, every so often, enemies will fail to hit Mario, which I like very much. Also, when that paper just peeled away to reveal those stairs... yeah, that laggy thing happened again. I don't know what it is with the emulator and, like, when stuff spins or rolls or twists, I guess. It just lags super hard. Like, nothing else does it. It's just that. Those kinds of animations. Now we have this weird spiky chest that's talking to us. Hello? An evil spirit. I was bummed. This guy's got a very interesting character. So, yeah, anyway... It's like he's just making idle chit-chat. I get this box. Oh, well. Good job, Mr. Big Mouth. What's wrong with me? Now he's gonna steal all of our crystal stars, and we don't even have any. Your dad, those bad boys. Alright. You know, I think I saw a key somewhere along the way there. Yeah, something that looked like, a lot like that. No, my vote goes to finding that key. Nice. Alright, cool. Hey, he's giving me a lot of praise, so I totally have to do what he's asking me. Otherwise, he'll stop praising me. Also, yeah, a little weird time skip there because, yeah, I kind of derped out there and went the wrong way. You know, we'll just leave it at that. Also, yeah, here comes another problem with, you know, walkthroughs telling me to do stuff slightly after I could have done it when I was there the first time. Yeah, behind that giant big yellow box, there is another star piece. Would have been nice if it told me that, you know, like once you're done beating the Spinias, I forgot already. Then go and get it. But no, it's just like, hey, after you get the key, then drop down there and go to the left, and then go get it. Thank nothing. Uh-oh. Fools! I knew that box couldn't be trusted. I said this the whole time. Oh, no. I burned you. Oh, well, this doesn't look good. Oh, man. What? Buggly Wuggly Woo. Oh, no. That's the cursiest curse I've ever heard. Alright. Oh. Okay. Trembling yet? What? Something's, you know, something's telling me that this curse isn't actually a bad thing. Okay. We saw one of those just a moment ago. Try pressing Y. Damn, you're a paper airplane. Whoosh. Whee! Oh, That looks like fun. Uh-oh. That's the only good thing. Okay, I understand. I zoned out. What was that? Yeah, I get it. It's terrible. You might return to normal. Okay. I'll hold you to that, Mr. Curse Guy. Well, that was a pretty interesting curse. Wow. Just wow. Anyway, now that we're cursed, that's it for this part of the 1000-Year Door playthrough. Join me in part 3, where we'll be putting that curse to good use. See you all next time.